If you have money invested in the stock market, there is a very good chance that you're feeling like many other people, uneasy, a little bit anxious. There is nothing like opening your statement, or I don't know who opens their statement anymore, going online on your app, seeing your account values drop. Because if you're feeling that, you share something with the rest of humanity called feelings and emotions. And when it comes to our money, we tend to have big emotions, especially when our values are down. It's during these times that there are 5 market realities or truths, depending on how you want to call them, that I tell myself to encourage myself to be able to get through these times. And I want to share them with you. So I hope you lean in and listen closely. Y'all ready? All right, let's go. Market truth number 1, the stock market rewards the long game. Long-term thinking is important. Trying to predict when a correction is going to happen or when it's going to get better generally doesn't help you build wealth. In fact, legendary investor Peter Lynch said that more money is lost in trying to predict or prepare for a correction than is actually lost in the correction itself. So play the long game. Have a long-term strategy and don't let short-term economic events or short-term market events that are quite shocking, I'm not underplaying that, but don't let them impact your long-term strategy. We want to make sure that our long-term strategy and our investment decisions stay aligned. And moving money around or changing that because of a short-term event generally is not a wise money decision. So the market rewards the long game. Market truth number 2, the stock market is up more often than it is down. In fact, if we go back all the way to 1928, the stock market has been up 74% of the time as we measure by calendar years. And quite frankly, there's no guarantee that this year it will be down. This could possibly be a positive year. But here's the point. Only 1 out of every 4 years is down, which means 3 out of every 4 years it's up. Those are pretty good odds. So the cost of growing your wealth in the stock market is having the impatience to endure this emotional roller coaster that we find ourselves in. So don't forget, the market's up the majority of the time. The third truth, and quite frankly, this is my favorite truth. Every major and minor, every stock market decline has ended in recovery 100% of the time. We've suffered and recovered through dot-com busts. We've suffered and recovered through recessions and housing bubbles. We've suffered and recovered through COVID. There is no reason to believe that we will not recover from the current suffering that we all are enduring in the stock market right now. So remember that 100% of the time, the stock market has recovered. So if we go back to our first truth, the stock market rewards the long game. Stay invested for the long game. The fourth market truth or market reality that I like to remind myself of is the difference between risk tolerance and risk capacity. Risk tolerance is a very subjective way to measure how much risk we can withstand as an investor. Risk tolerance is closely tied to our emotions. So when things are funky and our account values are down, we tend to feel pretty bad about the market. When things are doing well, we tend to feel a lot better about the market. So our tolerance for risk kind of can fluctuate. It's not a very sticky or sturdy measure of how much risk we can take. Risk capacity, on the other hand, is a very sturdy measure of how much risk our portfolios or our financial situations have the capacity to withstand. So for example, if I'm investing for retirement and it's a long time away and I don't need access to that money right now, I have the capacity to withstand these volatile times because I'm playing the long game, and I know that the market rewards those who play the long game. So understanding your capacity for risk is very important to get through these times where your risk tolerance tends to be kind of low. The fifth market truth, and I'm going to bring us home with this one, is that chaos, economic chaos, financial market chaos tends to be fairly normal. Uncertainty, quite frankly, is the only certainty that we have when it comes to what's going on in the market. We can expect volatility. We can expect these economic shocks to our market portfolio. So this is not abnormal. As I said earlier, we've suffered through COVID, we've suffered through recessions, we've suffered through other crashes and other stock market busts, and we've always recovered. So I can tell you with certainty that we're gonna survive this, and probably at some point in the next 5 years, we're gonna have something else that creates a lot of uncertainty and a lot of anxiety when it comes to our stock market portfolio. So I don't wanna underplay at all the fact that your portfolio values are down. It's pretty serious, it's pretty scary stuff. I've got money in the market and I have the same emotions that you have. And when I have them, I hold on to these 5 truths. They help me get through these trying times. Look, I hope that these truths are things that you can hold on to as well, that help you stay invested. Remember that the stock market rewards those who stay invested. What's key here is that you stay invested. Here at Plan Wisely Wealth Advisors, we manage assets. We help clients make wise decisions with their money. If you have money invested in the stock market and you're not sure if your portfolio is best designed for your situation, we'd love to sit down with you. There's probably a link somewhere associated with this video where you can find me online somewhere. We'd love to sit down with you. Hit us up. Remember y'all, plan wisely, live confidently.